Christian Wulff leaving the presidential palace for perhaps the most difficult appointment of his career. For weeks he'd been embroiled in controversy. His credibility was on the ropes, and he faced intense pressure from all sides. His political allies wanted closure. His critics wanted answers. For 20 minutes on camera, he conceded mistakes and told the nation why he should keep his job.
I've never broken any law in office or as German president. This is not about breaking the law. These are questions of transparency and explanation. I have to restore my relationship with the media. I have to work with it differently and recognize its role as a mediator.
It was a public show of remorse, an appeal for understanding and forgiveness. Wulff knew that his every word and every gesture was under scrutiny. But was the performance enough to satisfy critics?
This was no exoneration in the sense that he dispelled all doubts. He portrayed himself as a victim and tried to generate sympathy. That's where he succeeded. But he didn't succeed in dispelling the doubts about his conduct in office, in particular about abusing his position as president toward the media.
Here's Germany's first couple during an official tour of Gulf states. It was from Kuwait that Wulff placed an angry call to the Bild newspaper, trying to stop a report over a questionable home loan. Bild ran the story anyway. When Wulff's actions came to light, it sparked an outcry. The German president was accused of trying to muzzle the country's free press.
You hear about it all the time. Politicians calling editors or publishers at the local or regional level with the intention of steering the reporting in a certain way. But for a German president to do that, it's the first time I've seen it.
Christian Wulff's credibility crisis began shortly before Christmas. It all centered on a house he bought in Hanover while state premier of Lower Saxony. It was financed with a €500,000 private loan from the wife of a wealthy friend. When questions were raised about the deal, he hurriedly replaced the loan with a mortgage at very favorable conditions. The damaging details emerged piece by piece. Wulff's troubles are also knocking at the Chancellor's door. He was Angela Merkel's choice for president after Horst Köhler unexpectedly resigned. Now she's weighing the political fallout.
Wulff's resigning would have been the worst outcome for the Conservatives. At the moment, Angela Merkel doesn't have a majority to nominate a candidate, and she doesn't have a suitable candidate either. She needs Wulff in office, and that's what's forcing her to support him.
After Wulff's TV appearance, the opposition went straight on the offensive.
He was her candidate, and now there are doubts about his suitability for the office. So she has to judge whether he measures up to her own standards.
In the interview, it was clear the president had a distorted view of the press, of truth, and of money.
Wulff says he'll weather the criticism and stay in office.
The office of president, for many reasons, has become more difficult in Germany. This way of handling things certainly hasn't served it. But I'm convinced that we've strengthened the office of German president through a whole range of activities during my term.
Wulff is hanging on, but under intense scrutiny, and he can't afford any more mistakes.